Greeting, Teen Song fans. Welcome back to Mouse, the Survivor's Tale. If you remember where we left off last time, we were in Volume 2, A Survivor's Tale, by Art Spiegelman. And we completed Chapter 2 of Mouse 2. We are now getting ready to embark on Chapter 3, which is, and here my troubles began. As you can see, at least I hope you can see, I have a magnifier on, which I'm going to use to improve your visual capability of the cells of this graphic novel. So what I'm going to do now is interface with some of this technology that's going to bring the slideshow up for us, and we get started on Chapter 3. So bear with me for a moment or two as I get all this taken care of. All right, so screen share. There we go. Okay. And mouse should be right underneath there. And where are you? Yep, there it is. Okay. And share, get this out of the way. Put this here. Share. All right. Now, here we go. As you can see, we have the Chapter 3. And here, my troubles began. So let me just get the full screen here. View. Full screen. Yes. All right. Let's get this going here. All right. So there we go. Continuing on. Mouse, Volume 2, Chapter 3. Let's go. All right. 27, 28, 29. Good morning, Pop. Counting your pills again? No, my crackers. The pills I did hours ago. How can you sleep always so late? It's not easy. You were making quite a racket. I was defrosting out the refrigerator. I could have used, really, your help to it. It's so beautiful outside today. We can drive all together to the supermarket. Swell. I'll get you there anything you want for the week to eat. Turkey legs, fish, whatever you want. We don't need much. We'll be leaving in a day or so anyway. Leaving? But you only just came. I planned you to spend with me till the end of the summer. We told you it was just for a few days, to be sure you'd be okay alone up here. Then better you didn't come. Now I got used to having you together by me. Ah. I'll pack you the food that Mala left to return it over to the shop right. Help yourself for a little cereal. No thanks. I'll stick to coffee. Please, just taste, and you'll see how good it is. No thanks. I don't like Special K, but it has salt and also sugar. For me, it's poison. I'll give for you a little. Yes, Francois? No, thanks. It's a shame to waste. I'll pack and you can take it home with you. The box is almost empty. Just leave it here. Okay, if not, it is not. Only just try then a piece from this fruitcake. I'm not hungry. So fine, I can pack the fruitcake in with the cereal for you to take home. Look, we don't want any, okay? Just forget it. I cannot forget it. Ever since Hitler, I don't like to throw out even a crumb. Then just save the damn Special K in case Hitler ever comes back. I can glue together the box, but still, I don't think the ShopRite will exchange it. And so, look, I'm sorry I snapped at you before. Yes, the walls are so thin, the neighbors can hear everything. I mean, Francois and I are both worried about you now that Mala is gone. But you can't expect us to move in with you permanently. What permanently? I want only you'll enjoy here the summer with me. It's paid already in full, with no refund. How will you manage living in Rego Park all alone? Alone, I can manage more easy than with Mala, believe me. Come, we'll sit all three together in the front. You know, last night I was reading about Auschwitz. Some prisoners working in the gas chambers revolted. They killed 3 SS men and blew up a crematorium. Yeah, for this they all got killed. And the 4 young girls what sneaked over the ammunition for this, they hanged them near to my workshop. They were good friends of Anya from Sosnovic. They hanged a long, long time. A couple weeks more and they wouldn't hang. It was very near to the end there in Auschwitz. You hear that, Vladek? The front is no more than 25 miles away. If we can just stay alive a little bit longer, the Russians will be here. This boy worked in the office and knew rumors. The Germans are getting worried. The big shots here are already running back into the Reich. They're planning to take everybody here back to camps inside Germany. Everybody. But a few of us have a plan. We're not going. You have a friend in the camp laundry. Help us get civilian clothes and join us. He took me quick to an attic in one of the blocks. This room isn't being used anymore. When the evacuation starts, the 7 of us will come up here to hide. We arranged there clothing, and even identity papers. And half each day's bread we put over here. We didn't stand on the last appels, but came up to this attic. Screaming Gestapo chased everywhere. Each prisoner got a bread, a sausage, and a kick out the gate to march. Then this guy from the office ran in. Terrible news! We have to leave! They're going to set fire to the camp and bomb all the blocks. Hurry! Finally, they didn't bomb, but this we couldn't know. We left behind everything. We were so afraid. Even the civilian clothes we organized and ran out. I'm going to move this so you can see. Well, let's get this. It was already night. They gave to each of us a blanket and a little bit of food to carry, and we went out from Auschwitz. Maybe the last one. All night I heard shooting. He who got tired, he who can't walk so fast, is shot. The more we walked, the more I heard shooting. And in the daylight, far ahead, I saw it. Somebody is jumping, turning, rolling 25 or 35 times around and stops. Oh, I said, they maybe killed their dog. When I was a boy, our neighbor had a dog what got mad and was biting. The neighbor came out with a rifle and shot. The dog was rolling so around and around, kicking before he lay quiet. And now I thought, how amazing it is that a human being reacts the same like this neighbor's dog. One of the boys, what we were in the attic together, talked over to the guard. Look, the war is almost over. Some of us want to escape into the woods. We can pay. Share this gold with the guards in front and behind. Just don't shoot when we run. We'll give you the signal late tonight and shoot over our heads. And shoot over your heads. Sorry. All day long they were arranging. It's all set, Vladek. Help pay off the guards and join us. How can you trust the Germans? At night was a commotion. 8 or 9 ran off. And of course, you couldn't trust. So the march was going and going. Forever we marched. And the ones what didn't fall down, we marched. And so we came over to Groceries and there's a map. If Appears to be they crossed over into Germany. Wow. All right, there's the map up there in the corner. Let's see this. Here was a small camp with no gas. It was thousands of prisoners from all around being pulled back into Germany. Everywhere was confusion and hitting. Terrible. You shites over there, go haul the soup from the kitchen. Two to each pail. They caught 20 of us to carry. You see what's going on here? Stay with me. I grabbed fast a guy what was still strong like me. Most couldn't even lift. They were weak from marching and no food. Quick, quick! Behind I heard yelling and shouting. I didn't look. Lazy bastards! Look at how those two run! We got an extra portion of soup for this. Most were not lucky to be still strong. In the morning, they chased us to march again out, who knows where. Through the town we were going, it was empty, with no private people, and we saw from far a train. It was such a train for horses, for cows. Inside, move, move! We lay one on top of the other, like matches, like herrings. I pushed to a corner, not to get crushed. High up, I saw a few hooks to chain up maybe the animals. I had still the thin blanket they gave me. I climbed to somebody's shoulder and hooked it strong. In this way, I can rest and breathe a little. This saved me. Maybe 25 people came out from this car. 200. So the train was going. We didn't know where. And then it stopped. For days and nights, nothing. No food, no water, only screams inside. You see, people began to die, to faint. Ah, my legs! I'm being stabbed! Oh! There wasn't room to fall, and if he fell, they stood on him. So he jabbed their legs with a knife, but usually he anyway died. If someone had to make a urine or a bowel movement, he did it where he stood. If he had still food, he ate it. I ate mostly snow from the roof. Some had sugar somehow, but it burned. My throat! I need water! Water! Give me some snow! I can only reach a little for myself. Please, please, I beg you. Okay, give me some sugar. I'll give you some snow. So I also ate sugar and saved their life. The train stayed so without moving. I don't know how long, up to a week. Then one day they opened. Throw out the dead and clean up your filth. If the dead had bread left or better shoes, we kept. They didn't need any more. Outside were many trains standing for weeks. What they never opened, and it was everyone dead inside. They closed us again. We were very happy. We had now room where to stand. Near to the door we piled new dead ones. Each day the Germans opened. How many dead? And we threw out. And soon we had room even to sit. Then the train started again, going and going. Inside, we were more dying, and some got crazy. We've got to get out. Let us out! Out! Then again, it stopped. They opened that we will throw out the dead. All of you, get down! We could not believe what we were seeing. There is the Red Cross. Yes, and the girls are giving to everyone a snack, a little coffee, and a piece of bread. We didn't remember even how bread looks. We were very happy. Then they chased us back to the train again. To die, and so the travel continued more. In the middle, we found out that we were coming to Dachau. From all the camps of Europe, they now brought back all of us inside Germany. This was early February in 1945. It was no food and so crowded. Look, where you go? Ah, the ShopRite is there, and you didn't turn to it. Whoosh. Come on. So come, we'll go in. We'll go now and to give back our groceries. No way! I'm not going in to return a load of open boxes and partially eaten food. But to be so ashamed, it's foods I can't eat. You wait then in the car while I arrange it. You know, I'll bet you that Anya's notebooks were written on both sides of the page. Huh? I can't remember. Why'd you say that? Well, If there were any blank pages, Vladik would never have burned them. Hey, you can see him in the window. Jeez, Vladik and the manager are shouting at each other. Now the manager is just walking away from him. And now Vladik is trailing after him. How embarrassing. I'd rather kill myself than live through all that. What? Returning groceries? No. Everything Vladik went through. It's a miracle he survived. But in some ways, he didn't survive. Maybe we should stay with him a few days longer. He needs help. Are you kidding? I don't think we'd survive. Yoo-hoo! You see, I exchanged and got $6 worth of new groceries for only $1. Incredible. We were sure you'd get kicked out of the store. What are you talking? The manager is a very fine gentleman. He helped me as soon as I explained to him my health and how Mala left me and how it was in the camps. Oi, get in. We can't ever show our faces here again. Now we'll drive back so I can phone to my lawyer on Mala. Dachau, you were saying it was very crowded in that camp. Yeah, this was a camp. Terrible. I had a misery. I can't tell you here in Dachau. My troubles began. We were closed in barracks, sitting on straw, waiting only to die. In the straw, it was lice. From the lice was typhus. To eat, we got only bread and soup, but you had to show first your shirt. If it was any lice, you got no soup. This was impossible. Everywhere was lice. And God forbid if someone got soup and someone spilled them a drop, like wild animals, they would fight until there was blood. You can't know what it is to be hungry. There, in Dachau, I got an infection in my hand. I tried to make worse and worse my infection. I wanted they take me to the infirmary. Each few days, someone came to see who is sick. Go with them. You see, in the infirmary, I heard it was a paradise. Put this ointment on your hand and keep it bandaged. It will clear up quickly. Here I had 3 times a day something to eat, and it was only 2 patients for each bed. I worked how I could with one hand, so they will like me. That's strange. It should have healed by now. I irritated each day my hand to stay longer. Hey! There, I opened it up again. This hurt me really very, very much. I got afraid for my hand and let it heal. I have still today a scar on this place. From the infirmary, I had to go back to a bad barracks where we were all day standing outside. Parlez-vous français? What? No. There was nothing to eat and nothing to do, only to wait and to die. I could speak German, Yiddish, Polish, and English. Anglais? Dieu merci. I talk English also a little. I was becoming crazy. There is no other French here, and I do not know how to talk German. I had nobody who to talk. You are a Pole Jew, yes? How you know English? I dreamed always one day to America. So we talked, and it made the time lighter. Each day he found me, the Frenchman. Good morning. It is again very cold today. Look at this, my friend. I have a box. He was not a Jew, so by Red Cross, they let packages come to him. My family sends. I want that you also eat something. My God, sardines, biscuits, chocolate. He insisted to share with me, and it saved me my life. With the new food, I came to an idea. Psst, do you want to buy a bar of chocolate? Chocolate? Do I look like a millionaire? I'll trade it for your shirt. My shirt? You're crazy. I'd freeze. Give me your day's ration of bread, too. In Auschwitz, a shirt was not so expensive. But here, no goods came in. I cleaned the shirt very, very carefully, and outside, I dried it. I was lucky to find a piece of paper. So careful, I wrapped it. I unwrapped only when they called to soup. Here was a shirt with really no lice. My old shirt I hid in my pants. I showed the new one. Okay. Right away, they gave me to eat. You are a genius, Vladek, a genius. I helped the Frenchman to also organize a shirt. So we both got soup, always. But after a few weeks, I got sick even to eat, typhus. I got very hot fever. I couldn't sleep. Typhus. Every night, people died of this. At night, I had to go to the toilet down. It was always full. The whole corridor with the dead people piled there. You couldn't go through. You had to go on their heads. And this was terrible because it was so slippery, the skin. You thought you were falling. And this was every night. So now I had typhus and I had to go to the toilet down. And I said, now it's my time. Now I will be laying this one's, and somebody will step on me. I was alive still. The next time it came a guy from the infirmary. Many didn't live long enough to go to die in the infirmary. There, I lay too weak even to move or to go to the toilet out from bed. I asked help from my fellows next to me, but in a few hours they were dead and others came. They gave bread and soup, but I was too weak to eat, so I put my portion below my pillow. Hey, there's stale bread all over this one's bed. Well, take it away. He'll never need it. I screamed, but couldn't scream. I was too weak to scream. So I took my shoes and knocked loud. Stop that racket! Keep your damn bread. I couldn't eat, but I cut pieces to pay for help to go down to the toilet. So my fever fell down and something new came. Take hut! Everyone strong enough to travel, line up outside. You will be exchanged as prisoners at the Swiss border. Was I dreaming only? They'd like to send out the sick ones, but not so sick that we arrived dead. I was very weak, but for my bread, I had two friends who helped me. When they let me go for even a second, my legs didn't hold me. But I came somehow outside the gate. A train! Here was a train, not for cows and horses, but a real train to take passengers. A train for people. I thought this train must be for the Gestapo, but no. It took us out from Dachau in the direction to Switzerland. Whatever happened to that French guy you helped? Who helped you? Yeah, he was a fine fellow. I can't remember even his name, but in Paris, he was living. For years, we exchanged letters in the English I taught him. Well, did you save any of his letters? Of course I saved, but all this I threw away together with Anya's notebooks. All such things of the war I tried to put out from my mind once for all, until you rebuild me all. This from your questions. Huh? What for you do stop, Francois? We're not yet to the bungalow. There's a hitchhiker. A hitchhiker? And oi, it's a colored guy, a Schwarzer. Hiya. Push quick on the gas. Thanks. It's a hot day for walking. And something in Polish, I guess. Oh, Polish. Oh, here it is. In Polish. Oh my God, what's happened to his wife? She's lost her head. My cousin's place is just up the road. In Polish. I just can't believe it. There's a Schwarzer sitting in here. Y'all take care now and be good. What happened on you, Francois? You went crazy or what? I had the whole time to watch out what this Schwarzer doesn't steal us the groceries from the back seat. What? That's outrageous. How can you, of all people, be such a racist? You talk about blacks the way the Nazis talked about Jews. I thought really you were more smart than this, Francois. It's not even to compare the Schwarzes and the Jews. But how dare you generalize and say all blacks steal? It's just stop, yes? You only don't know them. When first I came to New York, I worked in the garment center. Before this, I didn't see colors. But there it was, Schwarzer everywhere. And if I put down only for 1 second, my valuables, they took. But you, forget it, honey. It's hopeless. Yeah, better we'll forget it. You see, kids, we're home, sweet home already. Now we can make a very happy lunch from all my new groceries. Only thank God that your Schwarzer didn't take them. Well, there we are at the end of the chapter 3. Yes. So, what did you guys see this over here? Yeah. All right. So, anyway, my friends, stay tuned. Join me in 2 weeks for the chapter 4 of our exciting and often heartbreaking story of Vladek Spiegelman, the survivor of the horrors of Second World War prison camps. So until next time, this is your friend, Chap in the Cap, aka Mr. Tone, bidding you a good night. Take care. Bye.